electrolysis. So what is electrolysis and mechanism of electrolysis, and how to identify or how to get the products, how to write the products when any compound undergo or any electrolyte undergo electrolysis. So these things are important. Tell me, what is electrolysis? In previous class we have studied what is ionization. When an electrolyte is added to water, it splits into cation and anion. So when an electrolyte is added to water, it splits into cation and anion. So this phenomena is called ionization, right? Ionization. But here at the same time, when electrolyte undergo right, on passing electric current, then cation moves towards cathode, anion moves towards anode. Okay, then the process of decomposition, the process of chemical decomposition of electrolyte by passing electric current is called electrolysis. Bari ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದು ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೇಳೋದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಭಾಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ. Right, when an electrolyte is added to water, when an electrolyte is added to water, it splits into ions called ionization. Next slide. The process of chemical decomposition of electrolyte, the process of chemical decomposition of electrolyte, the process of chemical decomposition of electrolyte by passing an electric current, by passing an electric current is called electrolysis. By passing an electric current is called electrolysis. Okay, right. Mechanism of electrolysis. Mechanism of electrolysis. Okay, listen. So what is the mechanism of electrolysis? Okay, see, when an electrolyte is added to water, it splits into ion. Okay, when it splits into ion on passing electric current, so these ions moves towards opposite electrodes. For example, let us take AB electrolyte, it dissociate as A plus B minus. Now on passing electric current, here A plus cation, now this cation moves towards cathode, anion moves towards anode. Then by reaching to the electrodes, cation reaches to cathode, anion reaches to anode. At respective electrode, they loses their charge. For example, cation. At cathode, cation lose its charge, that is called discharge. At anode, anion lose its charge, it is called discharge. Then how cation lose charge? Cation lose charge by losing electron, by gaining electron? By gaining electron, because A plus, no. Cation loses its charge by gaining electron. Anion, here negative charge, no. It loses its charge by losing electron. That means cation lose its charge by gaining electron, anion lose its charge by losing electron, and they deposit or they liberated at respective electrodes, right? So this whole phenomena comes under mechanism of electrolysis. That means how electrolysis takes place. Okay, then this can be explained in with example HCl. Listen carefully. Let us take HCl. HCl dissolved in water, added to water, it splits into H plus Cl minus. Then on passing electric current, H plus ion moves towards cathode, Cl minus moves towards cation, always moves towards cathode, anion moves towards anode. Therefore, H plus moves towards cathode, Cl minus moves towards anode. Now, on reaching electrodes, for example, let us take anode. So here, on reaching to the electrode, what happens? Anode attracts anion. No? So anion loses its charge. How it loses charge? 2Cl minus gives rise to Cl2 plus 2 electron. Therefore, anion loses its charge by losing electron, which is called oxidation. It means at anode, oxidation takes place. Next, reaction at cathode. Okay, this cathode attracts cation. Which is the cation? H plus. Therefore, this H plus loses its charge. How? By gaining electron. Because it is at electron deficient, it gains 2 electron, it becomes H2. So therefore, gain of electron, it is called reduction. Therefore, cation, anion discharge means losing charge. Anion and cation both will discharge the charge. Discharge, it means lose its charge by either loss of electron or gain of electron. Finally, they deposited or liberated at respective electrodes. Okay, so this is the mechanism of electrolysis. Okay, right on. Have you done definition of electrolysis? Okay, next, right, mechanism. When an electrolyte is dissolved in water, when an electrolyte is dissolved in water, when an electrolyte is dissolved in water, it splits into ions. It splits into ions. This phenomenon is called ionization. It splits into ions. This phenomenon is called ionization. We'll stop. When an electric current is passed through the electrolytic solution, when an electric current is passed through the electrolytic solution, cations moves towards cathode, comma, anions moves towards anode. Anion moves towards anode, comma, on reaching to the electrodes, they lose their charge. In bracket discharge. They lose their charge in bracket discharge, either by oxidation. They lose their charge either by oxidation or reduction, and they deposit or liberate, at respective electrodes. Next point. Cation discharge at cathode. Cation discharge at cathode. How? By gain electron, loss electron. By gain of electron, cation discharge at electrode, at cathode, no. Cation discharge at cathode by gain of electron, comma, anion discharge at anode. Anion discharge at anode by what? Loss of electron. By loss of electron. So take example, electrolysis of example, right? electrolysis of HCl. Electrolysis of HCl. Electrolysis of HCl. Take down. Ionization. So what is the net reaction? 2H plus, 2H plus, 2 electron, 2 electron, 2Cl minus plus 2H plus gives us 2 H2 plus Cl2. What are the products? Hydrogen and chlorine gas. No. Hydrogen gas liberated at cathode, chlorine is liberated at anode. Okay, so this is the electrolysis of HCl. Right, next, electrolysis of molten NaCl. Right, next example. Electrolysis of molten NaCl or fused NaCl. Tell me. So what is the meaning of molten NaCl? When solid NaCl is heated above its melting point, it becomes molten. It becomes liquid. No. So liquid sodium chloride without water, it should be molten, melted. Okay. So therefore, molten NaCl contain only NaCl. There is no water. So therefore, this NaCl gives rise to Na plus plus Cl minus. There is a decomposition. By passing electric current, it undergo decomposition. Ionization is not required. This is a ionization because water is there. That is a decomposition. Okay. Then what is a reaction at anode? Reaction at cathode. Reaction at anode. Tell me where. Which is the anion? So anode always attracts anion. Which is the anion there? Cl minus. Therefore 2Cl minus gives rise to what? Cl2 plus 2 electron. What is this? Oxidation. It means at anode always oxidation takes place. Next, reaction at cathode. Okay. So tell me, which is the cation here? Na plus. Therefore 2 Na plus and 2 electron, because there are 2 electrons are available. So this gives rise to 2 Na. Then here gain of electron, reduction. Therefore at cathode always reduction takes place. Then what is the overall reaction or net reaction? So net reaction is 2 electrons cancelled and 2Cl minus plus 2 Na plus gives rise to 2 Na 2 Na plus Cl2 no or 2 NaCl Cl2 ಬೇರೆ Na ಬೇರೆ ರೀ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಇನ್ನು ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ ಲಂಚ್ ಟೈಮ್ okay so sodium and chlorine now question is this when NaCl fused NaCl molten NaCl undergo electrolysis what is the product obtained at cathode and anode so at cathode sodium deposit see generally for solid we use deposit the word deposit for solid for gases liberated sodium is deposited at cathode chlorine gas is liberated at anode so therefore here product is products sodium deposited at cathode and Cl2 liberated at anode. Okay, see there was one CET question. See this example. HCl gives rise to H plus plus Cl minus. When hydrochloric acid undergo electrolysis, then the final product is hydrogen is liberated at cathode and chlorine liberated anode. Then why the hydrogen is liberated at cathode? Can you tell me anybody? Why the hydrogen gas is liberated at only cathode, why not anode? The reason is hydrogen has positive charge. Yes or no? Since hydrogen has positive charge, it must be attracted by cathode. Yes or no? Therefore, it must be liberated at only cathode. But question is, in order to liberate hydrogen at anode, what should be the condition? Metal hydride, very good. It means that is hydrogen must be in the form of hydride, that is metallic hydride. So this was the question, which of the following salt produces hydrogen at anode on electrolysis? This is only possible in case of metal hydride. So what are the metal hydride? You have studied hydrogen, no? Sodium hydride, magnesium hydride, calcium hydride, any metal hydride, calcium hydride, etc. In all these metal hydride, hydrogen has negative charge. Due to negative charge, so it is attracted by the anode. Then at anode, hydrogen gas is liberated. Do you understand? Otherwise, except metal hydride, in all the cases, hydrogen is always liberated at cathode only. Only in case of metal hydride, hydrogen is liberated anode. Okay, write down question. It is a previous CT question. Which of the following electrolyte liberate hydrogen at anode? Which of the following electrolyte liberate the hydrogen at anode? 1 HCl, 2 H2SO4, 3 calcium hydride, 4 HNO3. So calcium hydride. Hint is metal hydride. Barkodi. Metal hydride liberate the hydrogen at anode. Metal hydride liberate the hydrogen at anode. Okay. Next, example 3. Electrolysis of aqueous NaCl. So here onwards important. Right. Electrolysis of aqueous NaCl. So when you take aqueous medium, there should be a water, no? Water will be there. NaCl will be there. along with NaCl there is a water. So therefore, now tell me, aqueous NaCl contain NaCl which is dissolved in water, which gives rise to what? Na plus plus Cl minus. But it also contain water. Of course, water undergo partial ionization, but there is a water which gives rise to H plus plus OH minus ion. Okay. Now tell me, what is the reaction at anode and a reaction at cathode? Let's see anode reaction and a cathode reaction. Okay. Now here say, now at anode reaction, you see previously, in case of previous example, there is a NaCl, it contain one Na plus, one Cl minus. If there is only one cation, only that one cation undergo discharge. Okay, it means that cation attracted by the cathode and it undergo discharge and it forms product. But now there are two cation. So now this solution containing Na plus cation and H plus cation. There are two anion, Cl minus and OH minus. Now in this case, which has to discharge? Means which is deposit or which is liberated? Which has to lose charge? Either both or one. See, similarly, there are two anion. So which anion has to discharge? So now this can be studied by preferential discharge theory. So according to preferential discharge theory, if the electrolytic solution contains two different cation, two different anion, on passing electric current, two cation moves towards cathode, two anions moves towards anode, but at electrode only one cation loses charge, and at electrode only one anion loses charge, means discharge, which is having lowest discharge potential. If there are two cation, we need to check whose discharge potential is less. If the cation has less discharge potential, that can be discharged preferentially. If the anion has less discharge potential, that can be discharged easily. So therefore, now question is reaction at anode. There are two anion, Cl minus, OH minus. Then we need to decide whose discharge potential is less. Discharge potential order is OH minus is greater than Cl minus. So why OH minus has more, we will study later, but timing, remember, Cl minus has less discharge potential compared to OH minus. Therefore, among Cl minus, OH minus, which can discharge? Cl minus. Therefore, 2 Cl minus gives rise to Cl2 plus 2 electron. What is this? Oxidation, loss of electron. Similarly, in cation there are two cation, Na plus and H plus. Among Na plus, H plus, the discharge potential of Na plus is greater than H plus, or the discharge potential of H plus is less than Na plus. Therefore, among these two cation, which cation discharge? H plus. Therefore, reaction at anode, 2 H plus plus 2 electron gives rise to H2. This is reduction. Okay. Now, among H plus, Na plus, H plus is discharged, means it is removed from the solution, and among Cl minus, OH minus, Cl minus ions are removed because they discharge. Then what is left? There is a Na plus and OH minus. They do not discharge. Of course, they are attracted by the cathode anode. They comes to cathode, they comes to anode, but they do not lose their charge, right? So they do not lose their charge. Therefore, later they combine together, Na plus, OH minus, they form NaOH. Therefore, now tell me what is the net reaction. So net reaction is 2 electron cancelled here. Tell me, 2 Cl minus plus 2 H plus gives rise to Cl2 plus H2. Okay. Next. So what is this is cell reaction. Then what is the another reaction is Na plus is left, OH minus also left. This Na plus combines with OH minus, which gives rise to NaOH. Now here important is, what is the nature of resultant solution? The resultant solution is acidic or basic or neutral. The resultant solution is basic because hydrogen gas liberated, it gets escape out. Chlorine gas liberated, it escape out. And what is the left actually? NaOH left. Therefore, the resultant solution is basic nature and its pH is always greater than 7. So, questions based on nature, pH, compound, all this. Now, question is like this. Which of the following product or which of the following gas is liberated at cathode on electrolysis of aqueous NaCl? Okay. Which gas is liberated anode? Chlorine gas. Okay. What is the nature of the solution? Basic. What is its pH? It's more than 7 because base is more than 7. Acid is less than 7. Neutral is 7. Exactly 7. Okay. These are the important questions. Okay. Right. You take this as it is. Take example as it is, then later we'll write. ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಪವರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ ರೈಟ್. Okay, taken. Next, right, preferential discharge theory. Preferential discharge theory. ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಇದು ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಪಾಠ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಓಕೆ ರೈಟ್. ಆನ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಥಿಯರಿ. ರೈಟ್. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಯರಿ when electrolytic solution contain, according to this theory, when an electrolytic solution contain silent itala sumne Okay, right. According to this theory, when electrolytic solution contain 2 or more cation or 2 or more anion, 2 or more cation or 2 or more anion, on passing electric current On passing the electric current, all the cations moves towards cathode. On passing the electric current, all the cations moves towards cathode, comma, all the anions also moves towards anode. All the anions moves towards anode. But only one cation and anion. But only one cation and one anion discharge at respective electrodes. One cation and one anion discharge at respective electrode, which is having lowest discharge potential, which is having lowest discharge potential. Take this order. Take this decreasing order of discharge potential. Cation. Decreasing order of discharge potential of cation. Decreasing order of discharge potential of anion, that is decreasing order of discharge potential of cation. ಹೊಡೆದು ಬರ್ತೇನೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಂ. Okay, right, see this order you must remember. Okay, we can expect question. So decreasing order of discharge potential of cation. See here, lithium plus has highest discharge potential, it cannot discharge so easily. And which one has lowest? Au plus 3. So Au plus 3 has lowest discharge potential, that can discharge so easily. Similarly in anion, F minus has highest, carbonate has least. Okay, for example question is like this, OH is missing, no? Nitrate, after nitrate OH has to come, OH then Cl comes. Okay, so in majority cases you will get the OH Cl only. When there is a OH minus Cl minus ion, which ion discharge? Cl minus. The same example we have studied now, aqueous NaCl, right? If there is a OH minus and a Br minus, if there is a OH minus sulfate, then OH minus discharge. So therefore, the majority questions are related to this 1, 2, 3, 4, because we have nitrate salt, sulfate salt, hydroxide salt, okay, chloride salt, bromide also salt less, okay, bromide also, no problem, okay. So therefore, the majority question related to this. In case of cation, the majority question related to alkali metal, alkali earth metal like lithium, sodium with hydrogen. So you remember hydrogen here, hydride now, H plus. You remember like this, what are the ions below hydrogen or before hydrogen? So what are the ions after hydrogen? Because the hydrogen is the cation which comes very commonly, because we take most of the solution in aqueous medium. When you take aqueous medium, there must be H plus, no? There is H plus and OH minus. So therefore here also you remember before OH minus, after OH minus. Ions before H plus, after H plus, so that it is easy to identify the product. Okay, that one question. Identify the products. Identify the product in the electrolysis of following. Identify the product and nature of solution. Identify the product and nature of solution in the following electrolysis of following. 1. Okay. Right. Right, quickly I'll do some examples. Right, first one, molten MgCl2, fused MgCl2, magnesium chloride. Come on, tell me. It is a fused or molten magnesium chloride. So magnesium chloride undergo decomposition, it gives rise to Mg plus 2 plus 2Cl minus. So write the reaction at anode, reaction at cathode. Reaction at anode, tell me. It is a fused NaCl, no, molten MgCl2. Molten MgCl2 has only MgCl2. There is no water. It is not an aqueous medium. So therefore, you should not write water. Then reaction at anode. Anode attracts which ion? Anode attracts anion. Which is the anion? So therefore, 2Cl minus gives rise to Cl2 plus 2 electron. That means chlorine gas is liberated at anode. It is, sorry, oxidation, no. This is oxidation. Now question is it chlorine gas is liberated cathode is possible? Possible? Now do you find any compound having electrolysis of chlorine at cathode? In order to produce chlorine at cathode, chlorine has to carry positive charge. Chlorine is positive charge possible, but which compound? In which compounds? In interhalogen compounds, particularly interhalogen compounds or oxygen compounds or fluorine compounds. Okay, whether oxygen compound, fluorine compounds can undergo dissociation is possible? That is difficult because they are covalent compounds. Like for example, IF7 possible. Okay, so is it undergo complete dissociation IF7? No, that is not possible because those are covalent compounds. That's what chlorine always liberated at only anode, not cathode. Fine. Next is reaction at cathode. Come on, tell me, which is the cation here? Mg2 plus. So Mg2 plus 2 electron gives us to Mg, its gain of electron is reduction. Okay, then what is the net reaction? So 2Cl minus plus Mg2 plus gives us to chlorine gas plus magnesium metal. Okay, next, now take aqueous MgCl2. Electrolysis of aqueous MgCl2. Right, when aqueous MgCl2 undergo ionization, it gives rise to magnesium ion plus Cl minus ion. Along with these two ion, it also produces H plus ion and OH minus ion because it is aqueous medium. Okay, now what is the reaction at anode and reaction at cathode? Anode, cathode. Now tell me, we know that anode attracts anion, cathode attracts cation, but anode attracts all the anion, but only one get discharge, which is having lowest discharge potential. There are two anion, Cl minus, OH minus. Among Cl minus, OH minus has least discharge potential. OH has, Cl has least, discharge potential. Therefore, here 2Cl minus gives rise to Cl2 plus 2 electron. Okay, next, among magnesium and H plus, remember all alkali earth metal comes before hydrogen. After hydrogen, there are only few metal: copper, silver, gold, mercury. Only these metals are after hydrogen. Okay, there are heavy metals, D block metals. So therefore, so here is a magnesium, hydrogen. Magnesium is a alkali earth metal, which comes before hydrogen, more discharge potential. Therefore, H plus has less discharge potential compared to magnesium. Therefore, 2H plus 2 electron gives us to H2. So therefore, it is a 2H plus 2Cl minus gives us to H2 plus Cl2. But along with hydrogen and chlorine, what is formed? Magnesium hydroxide. Mg plus 2 combined with OH minus ion, which gives rise to MgOH. Okay, therefore, what is the nature of solution? Basic nature, and pH is greater than 7. Okay, will you do remaining? One, I will do it one more, because here you will get a sulfate ion. I will do that. See that example. Okay, see this one. Third one is aqueous copper sulfate, which gives rise to copper sulfate. Tell me, Cu plus 2 plus SO4 minus 2. Then there is a water which also gives H plus plus OH minus. Okay, and now tell me, what is the reaction at anode? Yeah, now there are two anion, sulfate and OH minus. So sulfate comes before OH. It has more discharge potential. OH has less discharge potential. Therefore, take this important equation. 2OH minus, okay, gives rise to H2O 1 mole, and you will get a half O2 plus 2 electron. Important. It means OH minus liberate oxygen. Next, what about cathode? So cathode is, there are two cation, Cu plus 2 H plus. Cu plus 2 D block metal, no? So all the D block metals, not all, majority, there are even nickel comes before. Copper after hydrogen only. So the discharge potential of copper is lesser than the hydrogen. Therefore, among hydrogen and copper, which can discharge? Copper can discharge. Therefore, it is a Cu plus 2 plus 2 electron gives rise to Cu. So therefore, 2OH minus Cu plus 2 gives rise to H2O plus half O2 plus Cu, no? Cu. Then what is the remaining? There is a H plus ion and SO4 ion. So therefore, 2H plus ion SO4 minus 2, which gives rise to sulfuric acid. Then what is the resultant solution? The resultant solution is acidic nature. pH is less than 7. Okay, can you tell me what is the important of this reaction? Important of this reaction, you can prepare oxygen, okay, and you can prepare the copper also. The most important is you can prepare sulfuric acid. It's a method of preparation of sulfuric acid also, right? And oxygen also. That's one. Next, another important is, so here 2 OH molecule, 2 OH minus ion gives half oxygen. Yes or no? 2 OH minus ions gives half oxygen. In order to prepare 1 mole of oxygen, 4 OH molecules required. Okay, so therefore write note 4 OH minus ions is equals to 1 mole oxygen. Okay, then 4 OH minus ion equal to 1 mole oxygen, but 4 OH minus ion is available in how many water molecule? 4 OH molecules, OH minus ions are available in how many water molecule? 4 water molecule, because 1 water molecule has 1 OH. So therefore, can we write 4 OH is nothing but again 4 water molecule is also equal to 1 mole oxygen. It means 4 water molecule or 4 mole. 4 moles of water molecule always gives 1 mole of oxygen. Right? Then last one equation, shall we? Madbeka? Okay, nale ide antara? Okay.